So, I mean, I want to touch with you guys. Like, what do you think about that conversation of you stole my work, you're stealing my style? I mean, I don't mean to say it like that, where I'm, degrading what their opinion is, because it's valid. But because there are some problems with it, but it's very hard to continuously stay original if that even exists in 2020. So how do you guys feel?
There's definitely copying. There is even a thing of like copying something and not passing it off as your own, and that being a problem. Like I know with logos, like when like a lot of artists on EDM Twitter will like draw logos, like artist logos. And I think if you're going to draw an artist logo and sell it at a lower price than that person who's selling their merch, you are taking money away from that artist.
Good thing you brought that up, Rob, because I didn't know, Mills, that you are a small business owner as well. But I was originally going to ask Maria, because I know she's a small business owner, your thoughts more so on that topic. And now you, Mills, on that topic, because I know that has been a problem lately. Yesterday and the day before, there's been some things going around, different small business owners going at it over copying each other and all that. And I just want to know your thoughts on copying and, like Rob said, all that.
So it's definitely been a big thing for me. I'll have like new merch that I want to put out, and I'll literally be scared to post it because I'm like, I don't even want to put this out because somebody could see it and then just randomly go make it, and then I wouldn't even know. I'm not on a huge platform to where I would be notified legally like somebody's copying my stuff. I have just gone ahead and trademarked my logo and my name and everything. But, that was hundreds of dollars. Not everybody can just do that right away. So I definitely think it is an issue with copying, because not everybody can just say, okay, well, I'm just going to trademark my stuff. That doesn't happen. I definitely think it is an issue, especially just like mainly within small businesses, but then even in huge businesses, just how you can buy a fake Louis bag and buy, like, it's definitely always just been, right. I feel like with bigger business, that's not taking away their profit when one bag is $200. It's like somebody can make a fake, it doesn't hurt them. But for smaller people that depend on their business, we have been afraid to like post my new like line of clothing, because I'll be like, oh, somebody could totally steal this idea, and then it's like they won't even know it came from me originally. But yeah,
and then it's literally money out of your pocket, right? Or money out of my pocket, or whoever it's being taken from. I think that the first thing, which is small, I think that people need to realize is the difference between materials versus ideas. Like, I know that sometimes there's like a big controversy about like people using the same like supplies and materials, and that's interesting because like, suppliers are there to sell their product, right? They're going to sell it to artists, and it's like your job as an artist to it's like transformative content. It's your job as an artist to take it and transform it into something unique. So that's the first thing, and I think that's obvious, right? And the second thing is, if you are an artist, a small business owner, whatever, this is like the best piece of advice I got from like being in an art circle is consume art, other forms than what you're making. Like, even though what I'm doing is fashion, watch old, or weird movies, listen to music, look up inspirational images online, like consume art, do things that you like, go on a walk, talk to interesting people. If you live a life that is fulfilled and a life that is consuming content that is inspiring you, you will be inspired to make something original and unique. You will. So I think that's the best advice or my thoughts on it is that if you think that you are an interesting person, if you think that you have good ideas, they will be good ideas and they will be interesting, because you're consuming content and you're consuming art, and while you may be the same art that other people are consuming, your unique brain transforms it into something special that only you can do, because only you have your brain. So
essentially, as long as you have your individual touch to your inspiration, that's what matters the most. As long as that's really hard as a consumer to be like, because it gets muddy. It's like, who did it first? Doesn't matter who did it first. What can you tell if a person's doing it because they love it? Are they just doing it to knock somebody off? Are they trying to make a quick buck? Like, I guess it comes down to like knowing that person as a person, knowing not even that person, but knowing that company or that
Yeah.
That the creator, what they do, like if you constantly see them biting styles like doll skill or something, then you know, like, all right, this is unethical to continue to buy from this person, right? And
Doll skill sucks as a whole. But
as a whole, they're awful, right? But that's just one of their many infringements, right? But
and the truth is that like there is no right answer. Like I wish there was like this box that we could open and say, oh my God, here's the answer to like this issue not happening, but there just isn't, especially like you were saying, Mills, when we don't have the money to trademark and patent things. Like just, I mean, I personally don't like you can't, and some things just are unpatentable. Like, you know, like I'm currently making a jacket that's like a vagina flower, and obviously I can't patent vagina flower because like that's a very common thought, but you know, my spin on it, what I'm doing is unique and special, and that's what essentially there is no right answer, and that's why it's hard. You just have to use your intuition. It's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah. What do you guys think about like ethical fashion for like people of bigger sizes? Because I'm a bigger size, I'm plus size. I've been plus size my whole life, and I find it very hard to be an ethical consumer in this world because nothing is really ethical for me. Nothing is made for me. So like,
I get you completely because I'm not a smaller person either. I actually had this conversation the other day with one of my friends who is a small business owner, and how I feel, especially, you know, being in our community, rave community, you know, we want to wear the sets and all of that as well. I agree with you, but because, you know, it is a little bit harder. A lot of times we can't go online and just choose a size because we don't know if it's, you know, going to fit, as it is easier for a lot of smaller people. But that also isn't always the case as well, because everyone's body is different. So just because someone's smaller doesn't mean that everything on them is going to fit in those set, you know, in a top or all of that. But my take on, the only thing I can really say on that is with the small businesses. And, you know, I think the other day, I think the topic about the plus size, like rave wear whole thing came up again. And I just feel like, yes, we know that fabric costs money. I feel as if there are bigger rave people out there. There are a greater number of girls. There are a greater number of guys. We get discouraged. So, of course, we're not going to, if you don't have a bigger population of people buying your stuff, that's probably because, one, they're discouraged to privately message you saying, hey, can you make this for me? And two, I mean, because, we just don't see it on your website. So it could be a lot harder than my opinion. But I think if it's the problem about cost, then yes, I know that it's going to be more fabric to make my size. So all you simply have to do is make the price more, and I would be more than willing to go ahead and pay the price for that custom-made outfit.
Obviously, there's a difference between like small businesses that like hand make their clothes versus that like have their clothes. So like my merch is definitely not handmade. It's like sourced out through a third party. But to make it, like once I get to 2X, it's $2 more to make than the rest of the sizes. Now to me, there's already, like, just to get into business terms, there's already a profit margin in the clothing. So me making $2 less on people buying a bigger size, it's not even hurting you because like you still have a regular profit margin on extra small, medium, large, extra large. So to me, everyone is different. But to me, I personally think that price really shouldn't matter if you're not making your own clothes, because some people can only afford the amount of fabric they can afford. But for me, I'm like, I'm not gonna make them pay more. Like it's $2. It doesn't even really hurt your profit margin. And I feel like touching back on, you have to look at who really owns the business and like what their beliefs are, because it's like, you probably don't want to buy from a fashion company that has a problem with making bigger sizes. So
that was a great topic. It's something that I personally, that's really great that you guys brought that up, because I have no experience with rave fashion at all. I am such a basic. I've like until like last year I wore a bucksuit hoodie and a pashmina to literally everything I've been to. Like
There's not male fashion out there actually. There's not a lot of male.
There is. Something that there isn't. I would love to be like part of that. Like if anybody like that's in chat or know anybody you guys know anybody that's trying to get into like male fashion or just unisex fashion of rave fashion, I would love to platform them and just literally herald them from the mountaintops. Like you guys, like it would be so great because there's like a rave culture around getting in like all dressed up and going out and like having an outfit. Guys like have anti that, right? Like the less.
You just need to buy you some pasty. You need to go.
Yes,
buy my own pasties. Maybe we just need to be more confident. You're right. Maybe you just need to be more confident, show some more skin.
You should get that that print you're wearing right now in a romper. It would be A1. Yeah, that would be.
Yo, wook rompers should be a thing. Like just like like drug rugs, but like it's a romper. That would be sick.